Free agency for players can go one of two ways. Either it feels like you hit the lottery, or it feels like you got kicked in the balls. For these players, day two was like hitting the lottery. Unless they have Manscaped balls, then every day's like hitting the lottery. Code word headliners at checkout. First up, Rashad Penny heading to Philadelphia. Now, as of this recording, they haven't released any contract details yet, other than it's going to be a one-year deal. Rashad Penny has had horrible luck since entering the league, mostly due to injuries. In every step of the way, he's had to fight for his job, whether it be Chris Carson or Kenneth Walker. And now he gets a fresh start in one of the league's best offenses behind one of the league's best offensive lines. Will he stay healthy for a full 17 games? Probably not. Pump your brakes a little bit. If you're trying to draft him as your RB2, that is going to be dangerous. But if you draft him as like your RB4, it could work out. If you draft him as your RB4 and the dude ends up getting hurt, oh well, more than likely you'll have found somebody else that could step in and be that depth that you need. If you draft him as your RB4 though, and the dude pops off, which if he's healthy, he has shown he is a beast in the backfield, he could be a league winner in 2023. So draft accordingly. This is a great spot for Rashad Penny, but it is all about his health. Last week, Derek Carr chose to take his talents to New Orleans, and yesterday, one of their own decided to keep his talents in the city. Michael Thomas chooses to re-sign with the Saints. Pretty incentive-laden deal, gonna be up to about $15 million. But this is a win for Derek Carr. I mean, it's the same thing as Rashad Penny, right? If Michael Thomas can stay on the field, we know he can produce. And now he doesn't have to worry about this big rotation of quarterbacks, Taysom Hill, Jameis Winston, who's going to be up next. He knows Derek Carr is his guy, and they can start working on that together. As far as Michael Thomas goes fantasy-wise, I think Carr is just fine. Obviously, Devontae Adams produced with Carr last year. Michael Thomas should be able to as well, but it's all about being on the field. But for their new quarterback, they had to have some weapons, especially not knowing what's going to happen to Alvin Kamara. So Michael Thomas, even though he's going to be hurt probably half the season, is still a good win for Derek Carr and his start to the Saints' tenure. This might seem odd because they don't win a whole lot, but I'm going to put the Texans' offense as a winner here. Obviously, adding Robert Woods a couple of weeks ago was a big win for them, but then making a deal with the Buccaneers for offensive guard Shaq Mason is really helping to enforce that offensive line. Coming into 2023, it already wasn't in that bad of a position. It was maybe one move away from being pretty good, and Shaq Mason at guard is going to give it that little oomph it needed to get better. So who is this good for? Well, we don't know who the quarterback is going to be yet. They could use pick number 2. They could use pick number 12. We don't know. Maybe they give Davis Mills another year. But whoever it is, keeping them protected is going to be the top option. Because you're either going to want Davis Mills to grow, or you're going to want your franchise quarterback to stay up off of his back. This is also great for Dameon Pierce. He had a great season last year until he broke down. Having a better offensive line to open up some more holes, ones that he could get through a little bit easier, maybe will help him not break down so quickly. So a young quarterback that's not getting hit in 2023 and a young running back that's got plenty of holes to run through equals offensive success for the Houston Texans. Finally, the Dallas offense I feel like was a big winner, and they haven't even added anybody on offense. Indianapolis decided to trade Stephen Gilmore over to the Dallas Cowboys, which seems crazy to me. Gilmore had a bounce back season, looked awesome last year, and now he's going to be playing on the other side of Trayvon Diggs. But it's not just that. They re-signed Leighton Vander Esch and Donovan Wilson as well to keep that offensive core intact. Now, why is this good for the offense? Well, last year in Dallas, the defense was really good. A little shaky at times, but still good. The more opportunities that the Dallas offense has to get the ball back is going to be more opportunities for them to put up points on your fantasy team. So root away for that Dallas defense. Hopefully they get 3 and outs, turnovers, whatever it may be. The more often we can have Dak Prescott, Zeke Elliott, Tony Pollard when he's healthy, CeeDee Lamb, and whoever else they may add on the field and putting points on the board is going to be really good for you. All right, who else is a winner from day 2 of NFL free agency? Make sure you leave those comments down below for me if there's any under the radar moves you think are helping fantasy teams. Make sure you hit that like button on the way out. Subscribe if you're new here and become a part of the nation today. Peace out, stay safe, stay healthy, and I'll catch y'all on the next episode of the Fantasy Headliners.